So now, what games did you make? How do you win this game?
There's still like the score, and it's like 100 points per shot.
At this end of semester fair at Google headquarters in Mountain View, California, dozens of middle school students are presenting work they've done in after-school apprenticeships to an audience of parents, teachers, and business people.
That is so cool.
Similar events around the country celebrate the work of Citizen Schools, which operates a national network of apprenticeship programs for middle school students, connecting adult volunteers to young people with hands-on projects.
We need to take a whole different look at how we do education and do more enrichment and really get back to looking at the whole child.
Citizen Schools co-founder, Eric Schwartz, believes education is everyone's job.
I think this is a big idea. And the idea of tapping into millions of citizen teachers and mentors and democratizing what it means to be a teacher in America is the wave of the future.
You put the ring and then you hammer on it.
At its essence, Citizen Schools partners with public schools to expand the learning day and then fill up that longer day with all kinds of cool stuff that turns kids on to learning and helps them be successful.
So you can add a little bit of blue.
Students spend 3 hours, 4 days a week in Citizen Schools after-school programs. 2 times a week, they work with mentors in their chosen apprenticeships.
So you're going to hold the bezel roller.
In the remaining time, paid Citizen Schools staff teachers offer students homework help and coach them on school navigation skills.
When I go to Citizen School, the next day I listen more, I practice more what I'm doing, math, sciences, and reading.
I now know that I can do so many things, and it's fun doing them.
My daughter has improved her English and her ability to express herself in public. I'm very pleased with the program because it has helped her with everything, her studies and her class participation.
How do you make it double?
Yeah, so we double them up, right?
The internships cover a wide spectrum, from jewelry making to robotics to sewing.
And now you have to do the same thing for the other one. I love sewing. I've been sewing half of my life, and I am happy to share what I know with the kids, and they seem to be liking it, enjoying it, and they're learning.
We know what you're going to teach. We know the skills that you want the kids to get out of it.
In a 3-hour session before the semester begins, Citizen Schools trainers help the volunteer mentors refine what they'd like to teach.
So if you want to teach computers, let's narrow that down to web design.
And mentors receive staff support throughout the semester.
Some citizen teachers need a lot of support, ones who haven't worked with kids before, especially when we go to different places like a law office or Google. It's my role to support them, however they need to be supported.
They've been good about making regular contact with me once a week just to see how things are. Helping me sort of in a gentle way to sort of develop my ability to organize how I teach and what I teach a little bit better. Given that I'm not a professional by any stretch of the imagination.
Well, there's 2 things I can think of right off the bat.
Google software engineer Doug Felt taught a robotics apprenticeship.
As a software engineer, I spend a lot of my time dealing with very intricate, detailed things. And this is so completely separate from that. It's personal, it's immediate, and gives me a chance to do something different that is giving to the community in some sense. Yeah, okay.
Citizen Schools actually introduces the talented adults in a community who probably don't have kids in that school and kind of connects them to kids in that school and allows them to be a resource. And that's exciting because I think too often schools are isolated from the larger community.
The after-school program forges a community of volunteers, parents, teachers, and students.
I talk to their teachers once a week to keep up on homework and how they're doing, and then I talk to the kids about what their teachers say. Also, I talk to their parents once every 2 weeks and sort of update them on how the kids are doing in program, socially and academically, and also what their teachers have said to sort of complete the circle between everyone involved.
And then where does the chain go?
The chain will go into the hoop.
It's win-win for me because it's just like I have an expanded staff. And so everybody is a team, everybody is focused on a connection between the classroom and the after-school program. Oh. And I think that the real key to Citizen School's success is the fact that the Citizen School staff is considered part of our staff. So when the students see them walking around, they don't consider them any different than the teachers or anybody else that's on our campus. And so it's seamless.
You're still working on your pictures, right?
The Citizen Schools program has also generated positive results in the form of higher attendance rates and test scores.
We're trying to pack more and more stuff into a fixed 6-hour day in the schools. And achievement is highly variable. And Citizen Schools, by turning that around and saying achievement ought to be fixed at a high level, time ought to be variable, and kids ought to have 9 or 10 hours to learn, we're kind of an escape valve for the pressure that schools are under.
Well, all I know is it's better than my last program because you get to go to explorations, you get more time on your homework, you get to do really cool apprenticeships, have fun. So it's Citizen Schools. This is the perfect place. We needed the servo module, the motors, and we put those tires there in the front so it can make it turn faster.
When kids realize that the learning has a real link to careers, a real link to college, and a real link to these kind of cool experts who've just invited them into their office, that sets off all kinds of positive alarm bells for the kids and really incentivizes them to try hard and to care about school.
Okay, they win by 1. Okay.
For more information on what works in public education, go to edutopia.org.